In this video I will show you how to change rates. There are a couple different ways to change rates. First of all, you can go into a specific rental space and edit the rates manually if you would like. So I'm on rental space 1 right now. I have various rate periods, and this is the first area where people tend to forget that you have to enter in new rate periods for the upcoming year. Since it is something you typically only do once a year, you may have forgotten to put in the rate periods. So that would be the first step, that you would need to go into setup and make sure that you have a rate period for the time frame that you want. But in this case I have one for 2016, and let's say I just want to modify this rate. I can double click this, I can edit it to say it's $36 and save. So that's one way that you can edit individual rental spaces. However, that's tedious to go through and modify every single rental space. So another way to do it is to use the mass rate change feature. So if I go to setup options and change rates, now I can select and change the rates however I want for groups of rental spaces all at the same time. So first, the filter criteria on the left are mandatory. You need to select these ones that are starred. So I have to select, is it a rental space, or what type of rental space type am I going to change? In this case it's a rental space. And then for what rate period? In this case I want to do 2016. And now this is not starred. I do not have to select a location, but I could select a location to narrow that location down to let's say just its lakefront or some group of sites, rental spaces. And then you must enter the exact hookups that in this case that you want to use for a camp RV site. So I'm going to do electric, water, sewer, and cable. And then you can, if you want, narrow it down to having different amperages. I'm going to select all. And now on this side it's completely flexible what you fill in with exception of taxes. So it will only change what I fill in. If I fill in daily, it will change the daily. If I fill in daily and weekly, it will change the daily and weekly rates. So in this case I'm going to set it to 37, and I'm going to select its city and state taxes, and that's the only thing I'm going to change. So it will only modify this. It will not blank these out and put zeros or anything. It will just not change them at all. So I hit change rates, and now it tells me what it's doing. It's applying these changes. I hit OK. It says that the rates were successfully changed. Now let's go back and see if the rental space rate has changed. So I'm on site 1. It has electric, water, sewer, and cable hookups, which is what I selected. 2016 rate period has now changed to $37. And you could do that same process to change, like I said, any of these, daily, weekly, monthly. You can change the holiday adders, extra adults, children, etc., all of that, standard occupancies. You can change them all at one time. It's just critically important that you make sure that the starred in the mass rate change, the ones that have a star item by it, that you match that exactly. And that's it, how to change mass rates.